Hi, my name is Rodrigo. I am going to do a small introduction, introduction to the Godot. I do teach to young students, young heroes, how to make games. Yesterday or the day before, I did this tutorial in Portuguese. Today, I'm going to do this in English. It is more or less, it's going to be similar to the other tutorial, but this time in English. I always change something, so if you want to check this, if you saw it last time, but if you want to check this, it might be interesting. And if you understand Portuguese in English. Start Godot, something like this appears. It's not the first time you see, I think, with the templates. I think so. But you go to projects and start with a new project. So I'm going to make this Godot intro. And I'm going to say that is in English to know that there is a difference between, I think it is the last time I did this, so okay. Create folder and then create and edit. I'm going to increase the font, otherwise you are not going to see anything. So I think I did with 18 last time. No, 26. It's too much. Cool. Close. Okay, so when you start Godot, so if you have any question, I'm here to answer your questions. So if you write something, I will, of course, try to help you as much as I can. So when you start, you see the 3D view. You can change that by doing here 2D, 3D, script, and asset lib. Sai! Hello! How are you today? So this works. Caster sign login without the bot. See if this works. PGA Tour 2K21. So maybe this interests you. No way what? No way what? So again, I'm going to...
Hey Roger, how you doing?
There. Okay. So if you want to download Godot, it's here. If you want to install Krita, it's here. So maybe it's a good idea to do this. Give me a second. Let's do something like this. I'm going to write a script for nothing. File to delete. Delete. The font, it's kind of weird. And let's do Caster 400. I don't understand what is that. But this is what is important. So I'm going to copy this too. Control C, Control X actually. And I'll do something like this. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to change the font because this is very weird. Let's increase this to 20. It's more or less. Okay, so this is to delete, so let's delete this. It's easy. You can do something like that. So we are going today to do a 2D scene. The 2D scene, of course, you are seeing this in 2D, simple. And this blue border, it is what you see in your game. So if you run the game, of course, no, it's not a good idea. But if you run the game, you will see this, what is inside of these lines. Okay. So the first thing that we are going to talk, it's about what you see here. Let's open Epic Pen. let's talk a little bit about what you see on this what you see on this environment. So here is what you see here is your nodes. We are going to talk about a lot. So these are the nodes. Is the file system. The file system. I'm going to do like FS. Imagine that you do something on Krita, so you go. I don't have Krita open. Okay, but imagine that you do a wonderful character in Krita, and you want to use in your game. You need to copy to this directory. I'm going to show how to do that. But this is the file system. This is the files that you are going to use in your game. Do you and Paula ever argue about who? Okay, so Sai is having fun. So this is the workspace. This is the work space. This is where you do almost all the work. This is like where you build your level. You see the action, the things that happen on your game, etc., etc. So this is the workspace. Finally, these are the properties. So sometimes I say select the kinematic body and change a property. So the properties are usually you see on this side. There are two types of properties. One that you see in the inspector, and another where you see in the where you see here on node. But we are going to talk about this afterwards, so one thing at a time. Basically, how this is organized, how is the Godot is organized. It is organized by scenes, so you create scenes. A scene can be a level, can be also an object. You can, for instance, work on your character or your hero or an enemy, and then save that as a scene, and then use the scene of the enemy inside of the scene of your world or your level, something like that. So imagine that you have a game that has 30 levels. You can have 30 scenes where you can reuse objects that you save on in other scenes. So, but we are going to, of course, with time we are going to talk about that. So this is the name of my scene. For now it's unnamed, but I'm going to give a better name. But if you want to have more, you can press on this plus. Okay, let's continue. So bye. So the first thing that I'm going to do I'm going to rename these to worlds. So this is my main scene. This is the world that I'm constructing. So I'm going to write this as world. So if you press Ctrl S and you save, you see that now my scene it's called world. Nice, simple. So we are going to talk a little bit about the objects that we can have. We have three types of objects, main objects for your world. So we are going to add a child, and we are going to talk about this first. So actually, I prefer to show this. So we are going to work on 2D. So basically, you have canvas item and spatial. Spatial is for 3D, canvas item is for 2D, and also for control, that is to make interfaces like buttons on the bottom, for instance, to show the items of your player, to show several things in your game. So we are going to use Node2D for this, and we are going to try to find the physics. Give me a second. Physics, not collision, not shine, joint. Never know where these guys are. Physics. No. So it is node collision. Actually, it's collision. Strange. So let's delete this. So it is here on node. It is a collision object, and it's a physic body. So we have these three types of bodies. We have kinematic body, we have the rigid body, and we have static body. Today we are going to talk about kinematic and static body. Rigid body, it is to use all the physics of the Godot. It is a little bit more complex. The objects start with gravity. We are going to add gravity, but in a different way. And they can collide and do rotation. And you can select which object, which material, or which physical body the rigid body has. But we are going to talk about kinematic body. So anyone knows what is the difference between kinematic and rigid body that is kinematics and I forgot, kinematic and dynamic? No. Okay, kinematic versus, not sure if it is dynamic. No, it's not dynamic. I forgot the name. But basically, kinematics only deals with speeds or velocities. The rigid body or the dynamic. I think it's dynamics, but I'm not sure. I forgot the name. Deals also with forces. So if you want to create a game that forces are involved, you need to use rigid body. If you want to use only speeds and the forces are calculated by you, you use kinematic body. The static body, it is something that it doesn't move. Well, it can move, but normally it's for not to give speeds. So let's start with kinematic body. And actually I'm going to do something different from last time. So collision, motion, into physics. No, I want to. Where is the? No. Actually, I'm not. I cannot find the things that I want to show. Okay, but no worries. So kinematic body by itself, when you add to the world, it sets to the position of 0, 0. We are going to put your kinematic body by pressing W or pressing this icon, and we are going to change that to the center like this. If you see, it changes the position of your kinematic body. So if I do this, I'm changing the X and the Y, and this is a great way to see also the coordinate system of this. So I'm going to write something here. So the coordinate system of the Godot in 2D, it's something like this. This is the 0, 0, 0, 0. And if I want to increase, if I want to go to the right, so moving to this direction, I'm going to increase the X. This is called axis. So this is X-axis. And if I want to move down or move up, I need to change the Y. And this is Y-axis. So X-axis, Y-axis. If I want to move down, I need to increase. So if I want to move down, I want to increase the y positive. If I want to go up, I want to decrease the y. The same for if I want to go to the right, I want to increase the x. If I want to go to the left, I want to decrease negative. Let me see. I'm going to do. Let's do this. Can I select this? No. I'm going to delete all of this. Sorry, guys. I need more space. I need space. And let's give some colors. We like colors. So, Sai, how are you today? So let's do something like this, something like this, something like this, something like this. And so x positive, x negative, y negative, up it's negative, y positive. Okay. So I'm going to take a picture out of this. Cool. And I'm going to switch this. Yeah, delete this. So you can see that if you move your character by pressing this again, and if you move, so as you can see, if I move up, the y it decreases, and if it passes the 0, it's going to be negative. So the same for the x. If you go to the right, it increases. If you go to the left, it decreases. If it passes this, it goes negative. Okay, so let's put the kinematic body on the center, and let's add a child of kinematic body. And I will explain in a moment what I mean with the child. I'm going to add one that is called sprite. Sprite, create there. So a sprite. Okay, I'm going to add one image to the texture. So this is what you see in the game. You don't see the kinematic body, you see the sprite. Usually I joke, more or less, you are feeling amazing right now. That's nice. That's really nice. And why you are feeling amazing? So I said, so I usually I say this: the sprite, it is what you see, the outside, the kinematic body, it's the soul, it is what is inside. If you want to move your sprite, you need to move your kinematic body. If you press a key, the key is handled on the kinematic body, but what you see, in the end, it's going to be the sprite. So if you move your kinematic body, the sprite moves along. But if you move the sprite, you are moving the sprite, but the kinematic body is still there. So that's why this sprite, it's a child of the kinematic body. That means that if kinematic body moves, the sprite also moves, but not in reverse. So now I'm going to reset this to 0, 0 to stay on the center. Talking a friend in Discord, listening to you. Okay, nice. Is he or she a good friend? So that's nice. Glad to hear that. So kinematic body, sprite. The kinematic body, I am going to rename this kinematic body to the character. Character, it is the person that you are going to control. And the sprite, it's okay. We can say that is the main skin or main skin, whatever. A character can have multiple sprites. For instance, imagine that you want to have an item. For instance, a sword. You can have a sprite specifically for the sword. For now, I'm going to use this. It's going to be beautiful. But you can change this to look like a sword. Let's see if I can do that. See if I can do a small sword like this. I'm going to rotate this like that, and I'm going to position this like this. So the player has a sword that is an image of himself. So this is the sword. Cool, nice. So if I move this, everything moves along. Nice. Okay, let's continue. So now we want. So if I run the game, I'm going to select the world as my main scene, the scene that I want to play. I see my character, but I cannot do anything. I cannot use any keys, so it's not really a game, but it's a start. You can think like it's a start. Okay, so let's give some movements. I'm going to attach a script. And again, if anyone has questions, ask, and I will talk a little bit about. So, the first thing that I'm going to give, it's a vector that is going to be my speed, and this is going to be a vector that gives the movement of the player. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I'm extending the kinematic body that has already several functions to help me move my character. How fat is Cookie? Actually, it's not that bad. Lately, Cookie, it's not that bad. Of course, it's always asking for food, so we need to be careful about that. But where is Cookie? Maybe it's sleeping. But it's not that bad. So and when your game it's running, so that usually is called the game loop. You have several functions that happens. So imagine that this is the game loop. I'm going to say that this is the game loop. So one it's the process that you see here that happens sometimes. I'm going to do something like this. You have one that is _draw. I'm going to write this one because you haven't seen them. This one, it's this one that you see here. You have another one that is physics _process. That I'm going to write here. That is what we are going to use for our for moving our player. So this one I'm not going to save, but I'm going to write here func, and this starts. You can see here several. The one that I spoke was draw, but you have different ones: enter tree, exit tree. Enter tree is when you enter in this tree. You can create a function for that. For instance, imagine that you want to link with something to your parents. You can create a function specifically for that. But we are not going to use that. We are going to use the physics process, this one. and we are going to we are going to check the keys. Input. By the way, func, it means function. So we have this function that is called ready. We have this function that is called physics process. Actually, I'm not going to use this. So I can comment by doing Control K. It comments this function. I'm not going to use. So why do I have that there? I don't care about that. Let's comment. So if input is action pressed, we are going to use action pressed, and I'm going to select UI left. I want to move left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say my speed, this vector that I set here is going to be x is going to be minus 300. Why 300? Because 300 looks like a good number. And another thing is if I want to go right. So if I do this right, I want to move positive to the right. So one thing that I forgot to explain, what is a vector? So a vector, it is more or less like a place in memory. So a variable, it's a place in memory. In this case, it's a place with two, because it's a vector 2, it has two places in memory, more or less. Because we want to have a vector is something like this. So we saw the coordinate system, x and y, and imagine that we have our character here. My position is a vector, so it gives me the position of my character on x coordinate, and gives me my coordinate of y coordinate of my character. So the position of my character is a vector 2, because we are using 2 dimensions, but also my speed. So imagine that I want my character to move this direction. So beautiful. This is what I defined here by my speed. So this is also a vector. So when I'm saying here minus 300, I'm saying that the coordinate. So imagine that I'm going to change the color back to this one. So I'm saying that I'm going to move, in this case, if it is positive, I'm saying that I'm going to give a speed like this with the length of the vector of 300. It's a hot 80s car vector. What is that, man? Let me check. Yeah, it's really a sexy car. Yeah, it looks like a vector. So interesting. So it's a vector. It's totally a vector. So I'm going to delete this. Let's do something like this. Can I make this a little bit smaller? Let's see if I can do the Godot thing with this. Take a picture. It's not understandable, but Beautiful. Actually, I want to see my speed vector, so I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to save this. There, it's saved. So let's close this. It's a interesting 80s car. Let's delete this guy. I'm going to give you the images. Okay, so this is the code, the main code to do the left and right movement. We need only one small extra thing, that is this, move and slide. And we are going to give my speed to do the movement. So let's see if this works. So if I run the game, and if I do this, I move, but it's moving forever. No hands. It moves forever. We have a bug. Our game has a bug. Okay, let's solve this bug. So what is happening here is when I do this code, I'm saying that my speed it's minus 300 or 300. But we are not saying that it needs to be 0 when we start the physics process. So we are going to do that. He knows how to use GIMP. That's nice. So he can use GIMP instead of Krita and then pass to Godot. So great. So the last thing that we need to do, so to pause our player, it's to do this. I'm going to say that on the x coordinate it's going to be 0. So when I start the physics process in my game loop, I'm going to reset the speed. If I press one of these keys, I'm going to move left or right. So if I do this, it's also Windows, so it works out. Okay. So if I do this, now it works. So it stops if I'm not pressing. It stops. Great! Yay! Of course he is better than me. So remember that in software development, the apprentice it's always best than the master or whatever. So everyone that are learning now, the students that I'm teaching to, for sure are going to be much better than me in near future. Actually, I'm guessing with their 18 even 17 years old, they will be much better game developers and game designers than me, for sure. Okay, so we have the movement, that's cool, but we want to create our character. Of course, this character, this is horrible. This is horrible. So let's do a character. Let's start. I'm going to create a new file. And I'm going to select 64 by 64. So I'm going to design my character. When you start Krita, it doesn't show this. You can change how you see this by doing this. You go here and select Big Paint. Normally it starts with default. And you start, give me a second, and you start this as all. So in Krita you can paint in different ways. So you can do stuff like this. Beautiful. You can change the colors here. You have several. You have a good amount of brushes. For instance, this is too big because I'm using 32 by 32, but so this is not that interesting. But for making pixel art, usually I prefer to use Big Paint 2 that puts the colors in this side, and I select pixel art. And pixel art, you have these three important tools or brushes. You have this one that is simple, one pixel. You can increase the pixel though, so you can do something like this. You have this that creates shadows. This is very common for pixel art. I don't use that often. Or you can use like brushes, like something to paint. But to be honest, I only use this. First, because I don't like that much. It's not my art style to do shadows using this, but it's only a matter of your pixel art. So I prefer to do something like this. Imagine that I select a guy with this color, with a pixel art, so, and with one normally. So you select a guy that has eyes, it has a nose, and if I want to use shadows, so it has this blonde hair. I don't care much about the hair, but I care about this. Give me a second. What was that? Give me a second. Godot development, awesome, hello! Yeah, Godot is free. Max Your Stacks, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the stream. I'm doing in pixel art. I'm going to design the character that I'm going to use here on Godot. So in time we are going to return to Godot. I agree, I love Godot. But I was saying that I prefer to do something like this. I prefer to, if I want to give some shadows, I prefer to use something like this rather than use the. So I'm going to get this, paint this guy. Of course, now I lost the. So I prefer to do something like this rather than something like this. So give me a second. Rather than something like this. So let's see if I can do smaller. You can see that I'm really bad at this type of art, but you can do like the shadows like this instead of using the other one. Actually, it makes more sense to do something like this. Sorry. Fill and use this one. For this, we need to use something like this, and then the shadows like this. I don't like that much, to be honest. Actually, I'm going to delete this. Not Control A of this. I want to Control A of this, and I'm going to delete. To simplify my life, I'm going to do this. I'm going to Godot. I'm going to press here on the res, on the right button, and open File Manager. This opens for me a file manager. This is the directory of my project, and I'm going to select this, Control C. I'm going to create and I'm going to set the directory that I want to save this. So, and I'm going to save as a PNG. So, it's going to call it the night, and I'm going to export this. Simple, yay. So, don't joke about my pixel art-ish thing. So I want my character to be the knight. So I'm going to select the main skin and I'm going to bring this here to the texture. And you see that it's kind of weird. This is not pixel art at all. this is like it is blurred. To solve this problem of the blur, you need to go to import. You select these. Okay, this is different. I don't know. I know it's here in presets. You select 2D pixel and you re-import. And now it's pixel art. Cool. Yay, it's pixel art. I have so many questions, but all of my accounts would have to be banned for getting into the art and soul of a man. That's true. That is true. So, if you want to export more images like pixel art, you can go here and you can set as a default for texture. So the next time that you import another image, it imports the image as a pixel art. Yeah, the psilocybin is deep. It's deep. Okay, so now I go here to my scene. I change this word to, so actually it's more like here. Maybe I'm going to do something like this, and I'm going to rotate the other side like that. And yeah, it can be something like that. It's a big sword. So if I run this, now my knight has a sword and it can move. Of course, we don't have animation, but I don't care that much. I only care to move left and right and do anything more. Okay, so of course we are going to do a platform game, so we need to give gravity to my character. So we go to the code of our character and we are going to give the gravity. So we are going to select a variable here called gravity, and we are going to give the value of 10. So gravity, remember that gravity, cool. Gravity, it is a force. So because we are not using masses, we are not using the rigid body, we are using kinematic body. We are going to, instead of talking about forces, we are talking about accelerations. So if you have an object like this and you have a gravity force like this, this is the speed or velocity. When you have a force on our object like this, it changes. So the next step, imagine that the guy is moving because of the speed, it's moving a little bit to the right. So I'm going to give this with the blue. But because of this force, we are going to change the speed pointing to the right, and there is a time. So the movement of our character it's going to be something like this. And there is a time that it is moving a little bit to the right, but it's moving faster to the ground because of our force. I'm going to write here force. We are not going to talk about forces. That is also a vector that is translated as an acceleration. And an acceleration, so basically an acceleration, it is something that happens all in the game cycle. You have the acceleration is changing the speed, so the speed it's going to change according to this vector, like this. The speed it's going to move like this, and actually it's going to increase the length of the speed. It's going to increase because of this acceleration, because it's like adding something to in this case to y coordinates. So we are increasing the speed on this direction, Vy, or the y in the y coordinate. So let's do that. Let's more or less try to do this explanation. This is quite advanced, but don't worry. Don't think that much about this. I'm going only to do something here because I'm not going to explain how you change from a force to an acceleration, but we need to explain that is related, the force is related with acceleration. If you have questions about this, I can explain this. It's quite simple. But basically, I'm doing that my speed of y, it's going to increase the value of my gravity. This is the acceleration. Gravity, it's the actually it's the gravity acceleration. So I'm going to add gravity. So basically, I'm going to add this amount to this amount to this amount to this amount to this amount, this acceleration. Okay, confusing. Let's take a picture out of this. I need to save, I need to do this there. Then I'm going to save this and I'm going to give to you these images. Let me think. So, okay, there is an error. So if I run my game, you don't use, actually it's not that bad. Let's see. I'm going to only to test one thing. Yeah, it is too slow. Actually, it's not that bad. So my character falls because there's no ground. We need to create some ground to our character. Otherwise we can move. But as you saw, so I'm going to try to. Let's see if I can show this again. Maybe I delete it. I delete it. A second. I'm going to place my character here. I'm going to paint this again. So remember that I said that if I have a speed, I add something like this. I add the force, the acceleration in this direction, and if I was moving to the right, I would have something like this. Let's see if we can find if this is correct. So what I'm saying is, if I'm moving to the right, it's going to follow the no, what I have done. Okay, as you can see, because I didn't start when the game starts, but you saw that the movement is something like this. Cool. So I was not that wrong. Can you make Kerbal not slide 35 meters per second across with your Unity code? I'm not using Unity, so I can't. Sorry. So we need something to fall into. So let's create a floor here. So if I do something like this, add a child, a sprite. I'm going to start with the sprite only to explain that sprite doesn't work. It is something only that you see. And I'm going to select one that is gradient texture. I think it's the easiest way to create something for the ground. And I'm going to select gradient, and I can select this color. Let's do some blue, maybe. something like that, and the other end a blue but a little bit darker. Cool. It looks like the same. Is it the same? No, it's different. There's a gradient. Hola, is True Blue. Hello, True Blue. So I'm doing some colors, blue colors. Estou bem, obrigado. E como estás tu? So in Portuguese is olá without the H, by the way. It's like this. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to say that the width it's only 28, something like that. And the height, I think I need to do that on the transform, and let's do 32 maybe, something like that. It's a good, there is a better way to do this, but it's more advanced. So we are going to put several of these here. If you press Ctrl D, you duplicate the object. So imagine that I want to do this. You see that we don't have anything. We are not going to collide, and we are going to fall forever. Okay, so as I said, sprite, it is only something that you see. You need to have one thing that is called static body to have a collision with our player. Actually, we need more stuff, but we are going to check that in a moment. So I'm going to add this sprite that took a lot of time for me to do here, but I'm going to say that the sprite it is here with the static body. I'm going to move afterwards the static body. So the position, I'm going to say that it's 0, 0, it's there. By the way, I'm going to delete these two. I can press like this, delete. I'm going to move now this here. So as I said, this is not enough. So we are still falling. If you like space and you like games, check out Astroneers. I know. It is a game that I would love to try. I love Kerbal Space Program. I love everything related with space. I love, and Astroneer, it would be a game that I might enjoy. I know that. I know that. It is more like resources. I need to manage my resources and okay, so let's solve this problem. We need to create something that collides, that understands that we are colliding and don't move more than that. So we need to have one thing that is called collision shape 2D. We can also do a polygon, but I prefer, for this makes more sense, to have a collision shape 2D that is for this object, and because we select 128 by 32, we are going to say that the shape is going to be a new rectangle. We press here on the rectangle, and you say that the x it is half of the 128, I think, so 64, yeah, perfect. And the y it is half of the 32, 16, I think, yeah, it is. If you you should play all the other games you never play, like all those your friends gift you. I know, sigh. I know. But actually, I already played a lot. One that you gave me, the Factorio. And it is a game that one of these days I'm going to return to. It is a game that I really enjoy. So Sai, I know, I know, but I don't have that much time. You know, it's crazy because I play too much KSP. I know. You will see, so if you try this, you see that it's still falling because our player also needs a collision shape. So we are going to add a collision shape, create, for our character. And usually for the collision shape, I prefer to use one that is called capsule. Makes more sense to use a capsule. We want to have something like this. And I'm going to move a little bit down, like that. More like that. Okay. So I think now it's going to work. Yay! What happened? Okay, there are some weird stuff happening. So if I do this, it works. I still cannot jump. That is a problem. The forest is more similar to Rust. Psilocybin also plays another game that looks very similar. What is the name? The one that you can go mad. Okay, so but there is a small weird stuff that is this. I only saw these things, Max. Is because RG is straight up man, friend, advisor at times, but I love you. Okay. But Sai, thank you very much. So as you can see, there is a small bug. So if I do this, you don't see that difference. But if you do this, if you wait a little bit, it falls quite fast. So it might be a bug, and it is a bug. The problem is this. Actually, you are increasing the gravity. If I do something like this, a trick that I use a lot, that is, I'm going to use a label. This label can be also to show the health of my character. We can do a lot of this, the name of the character, whatever. So this is we can write this Rodrigo. So if I run this, you see the Rodrigo there. But if we see the gravity, the value of the gravity, no, actually it's not gravity. The speed, the y speed, the vertical speed. We can check that by doing this. So my speed, we are going to write on my label, and we are going to set text. We are going to change this to a string, and we want my speed y. So if we run this, we'll see that the speed is increasing over and over and over and over. There's a time that speed is to y. So remember checks. That is true. I agree with you. I agree with you. So so we need to change one thing. So this move and slide, if you go here, you can get the information by pressing Control and press on the different functions, or even sometimes different. This is a class, okay. So, but you can. I think you can go also for this. Yeah. So if you want to get some information about move and slide, you see that move and slide returns the speed after the So as you can see, it returns a vector 2. Move and slide. It returns a vector 2. So these are the inputs that you give to the move and slide. This is what it returns. So actually it gives you the speed after something happens. So we can do something like that. And as you can see, my speed, it has a speed, but now it's not like the value that we saw. It doesn't increase anymore. So you have a speed, it increases, but when I collide, I don't understand why it has 10. Why it has 10? I know why you have 10. Because you are adding the gravity. So in each cycle, so if I do this, actually, if I do after the function, you will see 0. 0. Yeah. Turkey Tree! Olá! Hello! Olá, o pesadelo chegou! The nightmare has returned. So, cool, it's working. Let's have some fun. So, we don't need this. It's solved. It's solved. Let's delete this guy. Let's hide this. We might need to check other stuff in future, so I'm not going to delete that. But we cannot, we can't, well, no. So first let's create a better level. So let's do some static bodies. So platform 1. So if you do platform 1 and you duplicate, it adds 2, etc. So now we can do something like this, duplicate something like this, duplicate something like this, duplicate, have something like this, duplicate here, and we can fall to our platforms, but now we cannot go anywhere. Okay. Checks. Checks. So, any questions? Anyone has questions? Print off a valve stem cap. What is a valve stem cap? My brilliant game. I want to go there. So let's implement the jump. Let's go to our character, and we are going to first to define what is up. So we are going to define, actually this is not a variable, this is going to be a const. Const is a constant, it doesn't change. And this is going to be defined by up, pointing up in this direction. So this is 0 and this is -1, because remember that the y axis it's pointing down, so we want to give a -1. So if you go here to move and slide, you see that move and slide, you can give the up direction, and it is a vector. So we are going to say that this is the definition of up. Cool. Why does it burn when I... The answer is the answer was it is here. I am going to give you the answer. So you have the answer here. Cool. My speed, move and slide, my and now we are going to add the jump key. So if input, I'm going to use the space to jump. So is action, and I'm going to change, I'm going to just release, and the space it is defined as y accept. So let's select UI accept, this one. And what we are going to do is we are going to say that my speed, let me think, y is going to be minus the impulse bar in jump impulse. Let's do, I don't know, 400. Boom. And it's not that bad. It's very slow. It's very slow because I did the so I don't want the is action just released. I want is action just pressed, and this is a good reason. Just pressed. So this is a good reason to explain what is the difference between is action pressed, is action just pressed, and is action just released. So when is action pressed, it is when I want to keep pressing on the key. So imagine that for moving left and right, if I'm pressing the key, I want the guy to move. If I want to happen just one time, and there's a bug, I can fly, I can fly. So if I want to move like this, I'm pressing the key. If I want that to happen just once, you want the is action just pressed. Imagine that you are aiming, and when you have the aim, you want to fire, and you want that when you release the button. So that way it's is action just released. Guys, remember that this is a family-friendly stream. Only to I might one of these days stream with my known family friendly that I'm not going to say who is, but remember that this is family friendly. So please don't talk about alcohol, stuff related with burn and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm not sure if you notice stream with cookie. No, it's not. I don't know if you notice, but I have this bug that is like I can fly, and now I made the what is the name of that game, the one that has a bird that needs to fly and it's moving. Flappy Bird. So I did the Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird. So Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird. So we don't want that. Yeah, RG made the clone of Flappy Bird. Bye. Okay. So we don't want that. But because we define this, we can say that I'm only able to jump if is on floor. So I can only press jump. So I'm going to I can press. So I can press whenever I want, but it's not going to jump unless it is on the floor. Let's check. Yay, it's working. So yeah. Okay, this is bad design, bad game design, bad level design. Let's do something more like select this one, duplicate W and move maybe here. But now I cannot reach that. Ah! I can do it. I believe in me. No, maybe not. So, still no luck. Maybe let's change this. No, this one. No. I changed this one. Yeah, maybe I changed a little bit. No. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I can reach. Maybe not. No, I think this one I need to do something like this. Perfect. So now I can go to every platform. Cool. Yeah. So this is more or less the intro for the Godot. This is to make a platform game. Of course, there's a lot of things that we can learn. For instance, if imagine that you want to have a background, you can always do this. Give me a second. Maybe I'm going to change one thing. You can organize the platforms by doing like a generic node and call this, I'm going to add one like this and call this platforms. So this actually it's like a abstract object that it's only for it's only for help me organize the game. So you can always do this. But I want to have now a background. So add the child sprite. Let's create an interesting background. Let's do this. Open file manager. Let's go for pictures. Let's select a background for this guy. Haha, remember this, Sai? I don't have a good background. Really? Yeah, we can use this one. Let's see. So let's go for the directory of my project. It imported, and let's do something like this. We need to put this on the top. I know it's not the most beautiful thing, but we can do, and we are going to increase this. So now our game has a background. Yay! I cannot go there. No! Wee! No. But this is not possible. No. How do I do that? So actually, if I go here, I cannot go any to any place any longer anymore. Yeah. So I'm going to put this a little bit higher. Okay, so this can set background, but there are something that you can add. For instance, add a camera 2D. I'm going to say that this camera is the current one, and this camera is going to follow my player. So now my player is in the center and I can do this. I reached the end of the world. If I run this, as you can see, I see the end of the world. Electrolama, hello! Is this physics and collision part of the engine, or did you code that? So what I code, this has the physics for the collision. The collision it is done by the Godot. The gravity, I did the gravity. I code the gravity because I'm not using the rigid body. If I use a rigid body, I don't need to do the gravity. But in this case, I add the code for to handle the gravity. It's the only thing that I add in terms of physics. And the Electrolama, hello, how are you today? Also, Electrolama, Caster, also a KSP streamer, I think. Kerbal Space Program, so there. So the only thing that I add it's the gravity. You can do something like this. Actually, it gives a more like a platform sensation. That is smoothing on, and let's give a speed maybe 8. Maybe more. Give me a second. Or less. Let's see. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if this is going to work well. It's not that bad. This gives some smoothing on the movement of the camera. And I forgot that I need to change one thing. I can see the end of the world. Okay, there is also a trick because so this I want to give the sensation of depth by adding this. Let's see if I remember. It is what is the name? It's the parallax, and I need to add a parallax background that goes to the top, and we are going to have a parallax layer that has this sprite. Scroll layer. Okay, and this has the motion, and I'm going to change the motion of this by doing 0.2, 0.2. Let's see if this works well. So actually I need to change. So this gives, this is very common on many platform games. I'm going only to change move the offset. So let's do something more like this. So this gives the sensation of depth, and we can make a bigger. We reached the end of the code. Okay, we can make we can have more platforms. So let's duplicate this guy. Something like this. Duplicate. Duplicate. can go also down. Let's see if this is still in the range of the. Is still in the range. Of course, that one I cannot reach. And I have one here. Yeah, I had one there. Let's select this. No. And this one. Let's see. So as you can see, the background looked very small, but actually we can do a lot of things with that simple background. Okay, you can add more. I think I have one. I need to find it. Let's see if I can find. I have one. I have some. Maybe in pictures. I have some clouds. I'm going to add some clouds because I think it's fun to have in a different layer the clouds. And you can move, actually you can make the clouds moving. That is also interesting. Maybe not here. Maybe documents, flawless victory, draw stuff. Clouds. No, I don't want to open. No, I want to open file location, and I have some PNGs. We have 3 clouds. Let's copy. Let's go to this one. Open file manager. Open file manager. Yes, let's copy the clouds. We are going to add another parallax layer. Add child parallax layer with a new sprite. Sprite, it's here. Create. So, guys, questions. So one thing is my cloud, it's completely different from the other clouds, but c'est la vie. And so this one I gave 0.2, let's do 0.6. 0.6. Let's give some extra clouds, duplicate. Duplicate. Let's select this one now. Select this for that one. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to attach a script, create, and going to use on this one. Will Manchester United or Chelsea win today? So you want my prevision? It's going to be Chelsea. Why? I don't know. It's my finger, this finger, or is this? I think it's this. It says it's Chelsea. You were looking for questions. Yes, I was. Okay, let me think. I want to self transform origin x, and I'm going to add 10 multiplied by delta. Let's see if this works. I'm not sure, so this is highly experimental. It's moving very slow. But I think it's moving. Is it moving? No, don't think so. Maybe it's this, and I'm redoing the. Maybe I think it's the offset. Offset relative to parent background. Roll offset. So I think I was reinventing the wheel. Give me a second. Let me do a pass and control. Okay, this guy. No. I was going to ask about multiple parallax backgrounds, but you went right into. Yeah, it moved a little bit. It was kind of weird, but let's see. Let's do. Yeah, it moved. Now it's too much. Or maybe not. Now I'm confused. So it is only the offset. But it moves. Maybe I was looking for a different one. So I might need to have this. But I'm going to use the offset. So self offset motion offset x. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it works. Yay! Come here! Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit slower. A little bit. Bye. Okay. But to be honest, what I would like is to have like a factory of these sprites around here that generates new sprites with a timer. That way I will have and maybe after this rich region it gets destroyed. Maybe something like this would be a good improvement to the game. I think I can go this way. If I go there there, I will never return to. No. So one thing that you might want to have, it is this. Maybe let's do a platform, but I'm going to do a new one. So add a child, static, body, or screen wrapping for clouds. Yeah, it would be also a good thing. Normally, what I do is a factory, a thing that generates a spawner of clouds, and they are moving in one direction. But that is also a good solution. So I'm going to add one sprite. The sprite, I think, can be the other one. No. I need to have a new sprite. Add sprite. And I'm going to add collision shape for it. And this is going to be, I'm going to do the same. So can I load that gradient? I think I can. I can load this gradient by saving this gradient. Save. No. Gradient. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Press save. So let's go here, select new gradient texture, and or maybe load gradient, open. It worked. Cool. But if I change this, it changes the other one. So it's not this that I want. I need to do a new one, unfortunately. Let's see. Instant shell scene, no. Copy node path. No, it's not this. No, I cannot do. I need to do a new one. So new gradient. Select a new gradient. I'm going to do one for the. I'm going to do green for saying that this is the surface. Something like that, and something like greenish also. Cool. I'm going to move this guy to the bottom. Oh, Control C. Why I cannot do this? That's strange. Ah, it's correct. So let's do something like this. Let's give a good amount of here on transform. Let's do okay, and let's increase this. Cool. It's big now. So this collision shape needs to be a rectangle. This rectangle is going to be this divided by 2, and this is 64. And it's not in the correct position because I want to put this 0, 0, and I want to move the whole thing. So let's do something like that. So this way I have a place to fall. Yay! Of course, there is a end of the world somewhere, but I'm not going to fall there. But actually, I'm going to say if I fall here, I lose because it has acid, something like that, that kills the knight. So I'm going to create a new scene. 2D. Let's get one game over, man. Game over. Thank you for playing. Great. Save image as. Let's go pictures. In. Control C. Let's go here again. Open File Manager. Control V. We are going to add a sprite. Create. And I'm going to add this sprite to the texture like this. We are going to move here. This looks fine. So this is game over. Game over. Game over. We are going to save this as a scene. We are going to this one, and so what I want is if I collide with the floor, I'm going to move to the game over. Man, game over, man. So so if the player, I did this in platforms, it's okay. So I need always to check this because I don't remember how to do this. Go dot change scene, auto load scene, blah 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 blah. Get tree. No, it's not that. It's this. So what is happening here? There is something wrong. There's a bug on the code, on the code of the guy, but it's okay. It's solvable. Game over scene, and this is going to be game over. I think game over. Cool. And so if I collide, what I want is if I collide with that specific one, that is the, I think it's this, let's check. Yes, it is. So this is ground, acid ground. So if I collide with the acid ground, I'm going to change to the game over screen, and then it's the end of the game. So we are going to have one thing that is called aria. Aria 2D. This is a little bit advanced, so this is not for again the tutorial, the introduction tutorial, it's over, but I'm going to be right back, guys. Be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Area. We need now a collision shape. So this is the area. Okay, let's go to see our character. This is the area that I'm going to see if I collide with something, an object. I'm going to lose the game. In this case, it's the ground. So I'm going to add a collision shape, and for this I'm going to create a new capsule, but this capsule needs to be a little bit bigger than the other, so I'm going to do something more like this. So the other one tests the collision. This one tests interaction with the different objects, different the ground in this case, and this has one thing that we are going to use, that is body entered. We are going to see if any body entered on that area, and we are going to add to the collision the character connect. And if the body, and I'm going to use name for now, it's not the best way, but if the name equals to acid ground, then I'm going to move to the next. Where did I put the? It's here. There's a different way to do this. Let me think. There's a different way to change. No, it's here. Okay, sorry. sorry. So what I'm going to do is get tree and change scene to game over scene. I think it's like this, game over scene. Let's test this. Let's see if this works. So, game over, man. That is weird. Why this is? Did I change the position of the parallax ground? Maybe I did. Okay. Sorry. What I was doing... the camera. I can change this. I'm not sure if it is like this. No, it isn't. 0.8, 0.8. So, I know what I want to do. Was it resizable? Let's see this full screen. It is this one. I think it's this one. But I don't want full screen. Yeah, it is this one. So you have your game. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Anyone has questions? Game over. I need R to restart or something like that. So, anyone has questions? I'm going to end the tutorial. So, what I do for a living is I teach young students how to make these games. Why restart? This was an introduction. I'm going to continue this. I'm going to have 2 more free classes, I can say. So, Buji, you are still there? I want to know your feedback of the class, if it was easy to mini G, if it was too complex. So R. Let's go to the game over. Let's do that script. Game over, create. So in process. So did you enjoy? Control K. So I might continue, but I'm going to change the game. I might go for a little bit civilization. Only some turns. So I'm not going to finish just now. But I'm going to change the music. Give me a second. Where is the music? It's there. Let's close this. I'm going to check this. So if input is action just released, I'm going to do this. UI restart, then what? Then I'm going for the world. So I'm going to check this. Get 3. Snakeless Kerbal. Snakeless Kerbal. I did a video. Actually, I did a video the other day. Let's see if I can get the link. Snakeless Kerbal, also a Kerbal Space streamer, but he do a lot of YouTube videos. You should check his channel. But I remember that you do a lot of videos, so I thought about you should check the video. So I want to go to this. I think I need to do like load. I'm not sure if this works directly, but let's check. Load.